Hey everyone, so in this video I will be creating a started foreground service. Okay, so I will walk through the Android documentation for creating a started service. So let's scroll down to creating a started service by extending the service class. Okay, so we will do it this way, and I'm going to copy this example here. I'm going to paste it, Control V, and then import all the libraries. Okay, so looper handler, then I think I have to remove that. Okay, so I imported all the libraries. Now you know that the service you have to register the service in the manifest. So you click on that, Alt Enter, add service to manifest. Okay, so if you go to your manifest, you just need to add Android enable true so that the service can run. Alright, let's exit that. And let's first go back to our documentation and go to how to start a service. So the way to start a service is by calling this. If I copy it here in a main activity. So here we'll be creating a new intent with our service class, and then we start the intent. Okay, so by calling start service. So if we go back to our service, what's happening here? Alright, so on create actually creates a thread, a handler thread that extend thread, okay, with a priority, the background priority. Okay, so and then the thread is started, okay. Then we create a service looper of that thread, so we can pass it to our handler, a handler class. So this is a handler class. So the handler class is basically a handler that receives a message. So here in this message we can handle the work that was requested by the message we sent. Okay, for example, we sent a message to download a file. Okay, and then we can process the work over here. So in the documentation, they're just creating thread.sleep that is actually simulating a work that is being done for 5 seconds. So far, um, if you run the app, this will work. Okay, so the service starting, and after 5 seconds, the service will be stopped. Service done. Okay, so that doesn't really help us. Let's say we want to run for 15 seconds. If we run the application, okay, service started, and if the user exited the application, you see service done before even the 15 seconds is finished. So how to overcome this? Alright, so let's go back to our documentation. If we can see this note here, it says if your app is targeting API level 26 or higher, you will need to start a service by calling start foreground service. Otherwise, call start service, what we are doing now. Okay, and then after you call start foreground service, when you start the service, you have to call start foreground from the service itself. You have to call this within 5 seconds from starting the service so that the system doesn't kill our service. So if we go back here, if we go back to our main activity, so um, a useful function that you can use is context combat dot start foreground service, pass in the application context, and then pass in the intent. Now this is actually a compatibility function, says if API level 26 or higher, then call start foreground service, otherwise start service. Okay, so that's from Android compatibility package. Okay, so now if we run the app will definitely crash. Okay, the app will crash after just few seconds. That's because we still need to call start foreground service somewhere in here. Okay, so you can see the app crashed because we haven't called start foreground service. So in order to call start foreground service, what do we need? We need notification ID and we need a notification object. Alright, so let's create our notification. If we go back here into our documentation, go to running service in foreground, here explains how to create notification. So let's copy this and paste it in here. Okay, so I'll change this to our main activity. I will import the pending intent. I will import notification. Okay, so here, if your app targets ABI level 26 or higher, then that's okay. Otherwise, you'll need to use a compatibility package, which is notification combat and builder. Okay, and here you pass in the channel ID. Okay, so let's make this let's make this um, builder. Okay, notification builder. Alright, so let's not call that build here. Let's modify this as title, and over here we say content, small icon, and we don't need this for now. Alright, so what do we need here? We need notification and notification ID. So let's create notification ID. Going to create fields, notification ID, and we have to create any ID that is not 0. Okay, and of course we need our notification. So let's make this a global variable. Okay, let's make this global variable. Let's go back here. So we have our notification builder. If we do that build, then it's going to return a notification object, which is what we need. Okay, so this still will not run because first of all, we need to, if we are targeting API level 29 or higher, we need to declare permission in the manifest called foreground service. Okay, that's one. Number two, you need to create a notification channel, and you will do this by saying, let's say, okay, so you will need a notification manager first of all. So you need notification manager, and you will need um, private static final string. You need channel ID, channel ID. Okay, so let's go back here. So this notification builder, and we need the channel. We need to initialize notification manager. Oh, notification manager. Get system service. Get system service notification service. Okay, then we need notification manager. Oh, to create our notification channel. And here we have to pass in a new notification channel, which is the channel ID, name, any name, and then notification manager dot importance low. Alright, so as you can see here, this is only if you're targeting API level 26 or higher. So you'll need to surround it with this. If this, then do this. And here you want to, if notification manager doesn't equal to null, then do this. Alright, so we have our notification now attached. So if we run our app, okay, if we run our app, so our app is running, notification is running, and if we exit our app, notification is still running. Only after the 15 seconds is finished, then um, the notification will be gone and the app will finish. The work will finish. So okay, so the reason I created notification builder global variable is to show something here. Let's get rid of this. Let's create, let's do post new runnable. And here, let's say we have a progress. Let's say we have some progress, okay? Private int progress was 0. And here we'll say progress plus plus. Then we will say if progress, let's say equal less than or equal 100, let's say 99, then what you will do is um, I want to update the notification with a progress. Okay, let's do notification builder. That's their progress. The max is 100. The progress is the current progress. And indeterminate, we set it to false to show the actual progress. And then what we need is our notification manager dot notify with the channel ID and our notification builder dot build. Okay, so and then what we need is to loop through. Say pause delete this runnable, so run this runnable again if progress less than or equal 99 and delay is 100 milliseconds. Alright, so this will happen if progress less than or equal 29. Else, here we want to stop our service. Okay, so here it says the message is not final. So what we need to do here is create final int argument, for example, message argument. So we need to pass in the argument here. Okay, so we need to stop our service. So before that, we need to remove our notification. So we say stop foreground and remove notification true. Alright, so now if we run our application, you can see here service starting. We can see the progress. Even if we exit our application, progress still running, and so on. Here, service is done and notification is gone. So that is a started service. Okay, that is a started foreground service, and the correct way of implementing it. All your work will be here in handle message. Okay, of course you'll be creating a method here, helper methods, and you can call from here. So in the next video, I will explain how you can bind to the service from the activity. So for now, our activity doesn't have any information about the service. What the service is doing, what's happening, it doesn't have any information about it. How can we interact with the service from the activity? So we need to bind to the service. And so far, the binder here is returning null, means that we are not providing any binding. Okay, so yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys learned something new today. And if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And I will be posting the other videos too for a bound service. So if you liked this video, thumbs up and subscribe for more tutorials. Thank you very much and bye.